Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayana Namaskritya
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Varam
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devi Satyam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Jaya Jaya
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktin Bhavadir Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devagi Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, text number 35. 2.5.35. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is The Cause of All Causes. Please repeat the sloga behind me. Sa eva puruṣas tasmād
Sayeva puruṣas tasmāt
aṇḍaṁ nirbhidya nirgataḥ
aṇḍaṁ nirbhidya nirgataḥ
sahasrorv-aṅghri-bāhv-akṣaḥ
sahasrorv-aṅghri-bāhv-akṣaḥ
sahasrānana-śīrṣavān
sahasrānana-śīrṣavān.
Word by word meaning. Please repeat began me. Saha,
Saha,
he, the Lord.
he the Lord.
Eva,
Eva,
himself.
himself.
Puruṣaḥ,
Puruṣaḥ,
the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Tasmāt,
Tasmāt,
from within the universe.
from within the universe.
Aṇḍaṁ,
Aṇḍaṁ,
Hiraṇyagarbha.
Hiraṇyagarbha.
Nirbhidya,
Nirbhidya,
dividing.
dividing.
Nirgataḥ,
Nirgataḥ,
came out.
come out.
Sahasra,
Sahasra,
thousands.
thousands.
Uru,
Rupa,
thrice.
eyes.
Aṇghri,
Aṇghri,
legs.
legs.
Bāhu,
Bāhu,
arms.
arms.
Akṣaḥ,
Akṣaḥ,
eyes.
eyes.
Sahasra,
Sahasra,
thousands of.
thousands of.
Ānana,
Ānana,
mouths.
mouths.
śīrṣavān,
Śīrṣavān,
with heads also.
with the heads also.
Translation and purport by His Living Grace Abhay Charanavadesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. The Lord,
The Lord,
Mahā-Viṣṇu,
Mahā-Viṣṇu,
although lying in the casual ocean,
although lying in the Causal Ocean,
came out of it
came out of it
and dividing himself as
and dividing himself as
Hiraṇyagarbha.
Hiraṇyagarbha.
He entered into
Entered into
each universe
each universe
and assumed the
and assumed the
virāṭ-rūpa
virāṭ-rūpa
with thousands of legs,
thousands of legs,
arms,
arms,
mouths,
mouths,
heads, etc.
heads, etc.
Purport. The explanations of the planetary systems within each and every universe are situated in the different parts of the virāṭ-rūpa, universal form of the Lord, and they are described as follows. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnanāñjana-chalakaya Chakshurmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashashate Sadarane. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, this is the continuation of the cause of all causes, the chapter, the Brahma explaining to Narada. The same thing Sukadeva Goswami explaining to Parikshit Maharaj. So, what Brahma and Narada discussed, the same thing he was reminding to, he was remembering and he was giving that same conversation to Parikshit Maharaj. Sukadeva Goswami is giving the same conversation to Parikshit Maharaj. So in this now, till the previous slokas, we discussed about the Mahā-Viṣṇu, how he entered into the Causal Ocean, how the Mahā-Viṣṇu appeared in the Causal Ocean, and from there, from his body pores, in number of universes are coming out. So in the n number of universes, each are coming out from the Mahā-Viṣṇu. And though in today's sloka, Brahmaji is explaining that the Mahā-Viṣṇu, even although he is lying in the Causal Ocean, he is again dividing himself as a Hiraṇyagarbha. Hiraṇyagarbha, in the sense, it is each and every universe is going and lying in the Causal Ocean. So the Garbha, the aṇḍaṁ. Aṇḍaṁ is called Garbha. So the universe, in English we'll say universe, it is called like a egg. So it is a covered one. So each and every pores of the Mahā-Viṣṇu body, the universes are coming. There are n number of universes are coming. So when the universes coming means there is no activity in that universe. There is no soul actually, basically. There is no soul. It is just a material thing. It is coming out from the body of the Mahā-Viṣṇu. So when it is activated, when the Vishnu getting the form of Garbhadaksha Vishnu and getting into that each universe, there are millions of universes are coming and millions of expansions of the Mahā-Viṣṇu taking the millions of expansions, and he is entering each universe. He is entering each universe and he is taking the form there. So there are multiple explanations about the universes. There are huge in size also. So whatever we are living, it is a very tiny universe. That's what the description in the scriptures. What we are living currently, our universe is very tiny compared to all the other universes. So they are telling that our universe, so when Garbhadaksha Vishnu appeared and he lying in the came and living in the Causal Ocean, he wanted to start the progeny, the living entities in this material world. For that, first the lotus is sprout from his navel, and in the lotus, on top of the lotus, Brahmaji is appearing. So he is first created. Brahmaji is the first living entity created by the Lord. So like that, thus Brahmaji, he has the 4 heads. The similar way, the scriptures are saying that there are millions of universes are there. All the universes are, compared to ours, it is a big in sizes. And according to that size, because they taken over the control, the Brahmajis, there are heads of the Brahmaji also increasing. When there is a Leela happen when Brahma wanted to meet the Supreme Lord, when he was in the Dwaraka as a king, when Brahmaji wanted to meet the Supreme Lord, he came to Dwaraka and he was asked the doorkeepers to allow him inside. But the doorkeepers were not allowed, and they said they wanted to get the permission from the Supreme Lord. So they asked, "Who are you?" So the Brahma, he was, first of all, by asking this question, the gatekeepers asked the questions, "Who are you?" He was stunned. Yes, I am the only Brahma in this material world. So how can these persons ask that who are you? They should know that, know me, because I am four-headed person, four-headed Brahma. They should know me. So like that he was thinking, and he said, tell him that the four-headed Brahma, so Brahma came. Just telling like that. So they went inside and informed the Supreme Lord that Brahma, he wanted to meet you, he came like that. What Brahma is thinking that he is the only Brahma like that, because he is the only Brahma in this universe. And he was not in the conception of millions of universes, millions of Brahma are there. That conception is not there with the Brahma. So he was in the conception that he is the only person. So that's the reason he said Brahma came. Then Lord asked the question, which Brahma came? So then the doorkeepers asked, which Brahma came? Then again Brahma got bewildered because Lord is asking the question, which Brahma came? So he said, inform him that four-headed Brahma came. So the creator, the secondary creator, four-headed Brahma came, just inform him. Then they went and informed the four-headed Brahma came. Then Lord allowed him inside. Yes, since Brahma was not aware of the other universes also having the Brahmas, he was thinking that he is the only person doing the creation. So in order to make him aware, Lord made an illusion that Lord wanted to show him that there are, but only that Brahma, he was able to see there are many Brahmas in that courtyard where Lord meeting the Brahma. So there, Lord was seeing Brahma and they were meeting each other. He was asking the first how if we are meeting after a long time, how we interact. The similar way, the Lord and Brahma interacted. And Lord wanted to show him there are millions of Brahma also. How many millions of universes are there? Each universe has a different Brahma. So he wanted to show him that. So he made an illusion that all the Brahmas are assembled there. Only Brahma, Lord and Brahma are able to see that. Then Brahma, by seeing that, he was bewildered because there are so many Brahmas in the assembled there, and each Brahma has some Brahma has 5 head, 10 head, like that. There are heads, also number of heads also increased. So by seeing that, Brahma was divided. Then he came to know that I'm not the only Brahma. There are millions of Brahma also there. So that is the reason they asked which Brahma came. So the Lord asked which Brahma came. So that is, even Brahma also couldn't understand. Brahma also can't understand the Supreme Lord. That is the point. To give that information to us, this pastime happened. So the similar way, when each and every universe, the Garbhadakshayi Vishnu going and entering as the Garbhadakshayi, Mahā-Viṣṇu is taking the form of Garbhadakshayi Vishnu. He is entering and he is starting the activities, the living entities there in the each and every universes. And each and every universe, one Brahma will be there. So all this are happening. And today he is talking about the virāṭ-rūpa of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the universal form. So we'll call it as universal form. So the universal form, it is one point of view. If you see that universal form is the material. Yes, universal form, it shows the present, past, and future. What is going to happen in this material world? How the living entities are getting suffered and who is going to killed. In the similar thing, when Mahabharata happened, during that time, the war field, Krishna and Arjuna, they were discussing. And Krishna completed his karma yoga and he started bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga was also almost completing. That time, he is accepting. Arjuna said, I am accepting whatever you are saying. So he wanted to, because I'm a friend. In the future, the people coming to this material world, they may not accept you as a supreme, because they will say that Arjuna, he just Krishna, Arjuna are friend. So he was just telling that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in order to give us a proof, in order to keep a proof, you show your universal form to me, so that I'm going to be a witness of the universal form. Then it is established, it is proved that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, even though the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am the Supreme, he wanted to exhibit that he is a Supreme. He was to show him as his supremacy, so that The living entity can understand that. So this is the same situation happening in this current material world also. Everyone asking the proof. The similar thing, Arjuna also asked, show me your universal form so that I can understand you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then the Lord showed his supreme forms. And for that, what is that? So Krishna told him that you cannot see me with your current eyes, present eyes. What are the present eyes? You can see me in this form only. You want to not to see the virāṭ-rūpa, I will give you the another eyes. So he gave the Divya Sakshu to Arjuna. Then he got the divine eyes. Then he was able to see the virāṭ-rūpa of the Supreme Lord. So in this clearly explained in the Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, about this entire chapter is dedicated to the universal form of the Lord. So, so here Krishna himself is explaining the text 7. O Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place. So here Krishna is explaining that the universal form of the Lord, it is the one place where what happened and what is currently happening and what is going to happen, past, present, future. All the three kalas he was exhibiting in the universal form of the Lord. He was saying that moving and non-living, everything completely can see in the one place. So and the Lord is saying that, but you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulences. So this is the way Lord gave the divine eye to him. So what Arjuna saw, in the 10th and 11th slokas, it is said that Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths. He was seeing the unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. Pure celestial garlands and garments and many divine scents were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding. And he is saying that if hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the ultimate expansion of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. So, this is the explanations, because Arjuna, what he was seeing, there are millions of hands, millions of mouth, millions of eyes, millions of weapons, millions of ornaments, so many things he was able to see in that one place. And also, he is able to see if the effulgence come from the Lord, it is 1,000. One sun itself, we are not able to bear the light. With thousands of suns, it come appear in the same time. How much light will come in the sky? There's that much effulgence it is coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from the universal form of the Lord. So he was explaining in that way. So, and by seeing that what is happening to Arjuna, he was saying that by then, bewildered and astonished, his hair stand on end. Arjuna's hair stand on end. Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord. So till that time, he was hearing the things from the Supreme Lord, but his behavior got changed. He was bewildered by seeing the Supreme Lord in the universal form. He got bewildered. So then he started praying to the Supreme Lord. And he was able to see his guru and his friends, everybody in the mouth of the Supreme Lord. That means they are getting destroyed, eaten by the Supreme Lord. That means they are going to die. So he was able to see the future also, future of their relatives, his spiritual master. Everybody is able to see in the universal form. So the universal form it is showing the present, past, and future. Like that, it is said in the Bhagavad Gita. And Arjuna was able to see that. So why? But if you see in our custom, we don't worship no temple as the worshipping the universal form of the Lord. We won't worship the universal form of the Lord, because the universal form of the Lord, it is kind of a material. Because what is the activities are happening in this material world, that is showing in the universal form of the Lord. So that is the reason we won't worship the universal form of the Lord, but we will worship the form where how the Lord is situated in the Vaikuntha planet or in the Goloka Vrindavana. We will worship in that form only, because we are aspiring to be, because this form, universal form, is one point of time, it is kind of a temporary, because universe is getting destroyed and again it is getting created, because it is a kind of a repetitive work. So that is the reason the universal form, we won't worship the universal form. And also for Arjuna itself, it is by seeing that he was bewildered by seeing that. But then he is asking Krishna to come into the original form. He is unable to bear that much effulgence from his body, unable to see all those things, because there are so many things, killing, all those things are happening. By he was able to see there are so many distractions also happening in the universal form. Because that is the ultimate things which happening in this material world. He was able to see the future also. So by seeing that, he was bewildered, because it is not possible for a normal human being to see such activities. So that is the reason he asked the Supreme Lord to come into the original form, because he is not able to bear. That's what Arjuna is told in this 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Then Lord came into the form of Narayana, the four-handed form. Even the four-handed form also, no, you don't want to see this four-handed form also. Then he asked, come into the original form, 200 Krishna form. I wanted to see that form. That is enough for me. That's what Arjuna told to Krishna. Then he came to the normal 200 form in front of Arjuna. So this universal form, he showed, the universal form he showed, and Arjuna also witnessed for that. And why he was showed to the universal form? Because when the future generation like us, when we read Bhagavad Gita, we should not think that Krishna is a normal person. Even though he was telling all those things, he's a supreme, everything he was saying. Then what is the proof? Then as a proof, he showed his universal form to Arjuna. So Arjuna saw the universal form. So he witnessed that. He was accepting that he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead as per the scriptures. As per the previous Acharyas also accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Arjuna also accepting that he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the way, that is a proof showed to the future generation. Lord showed his universal form in Bhagavad Gita while doing the Bhagavatam. So here, in this Srimad Bhagavatam also, today we are talking about the universal form of the Lord. So the universal form is, so how it is happening? The same. Mahā-Viṣṇu, it is taking the universal form, and virāṭ-rūpa is assuming the virāṭ-rūpa, is thousands of legs, arms, mouth, heads. He was entering into the each universes. So it is said that divided himself as Hiraṇyagarbha. So Hiraṇyagarbha means each different the universes he is entering in as a Garbhadakshayi Viṣṇu, and he is starting the creation there. So that is the way. Though in the coming chapters and all, we are going to see we are going to talk about the universal form of the Lord. So today we are seeing that Brahmaji is explaining about the universal form, and Arjuna also talking about the universal form. So it is possible to, yes, Brahmaji it is when the creation happened, that time that universal form was there, and Brahmaji, he told Narada, it's time immemorial. And this Mahabharata, it happened 5,000 years back. There he saw the universal form. That is also 5,000 years back, Arjuna was telling. So anything happening now in this Kali Yuga, will it happen? So like that, there is a kind of a question will arise in our mind also. And it is not necessary to come, Lord need to come in the universal form. Lord can take millions of forms. Any form he can come into this material world. And mercifully, he will show his form to the devotees of the Lord. So during our yatra in the South Indian yatra, when we go to Kumbakonam, there is a temple called Oppiliyappan temple. Oppiliyappa Perumal. Oppiliyappan means Oppiliyappan. That means there is no one equal to him. That is the meaning of the Oppiliyappan. That means no one equal to him. That Lord, that is a Vishnu form. There is a temple there. There, when that place is one of the Dham, because Lord came there and to marry the Mother Earth there. So Mother Earth, she was born as a child, and she was a child, and he was grown by the Markandeya Maharishi. When Markandeya Maharishi, he was growing this Mother Earth. So Lord wanted to come and marry there. That is the only way to, because he says the celestial being, the Mother Earth is celestial being. So Lord only can marry her. So Lord came as a old man there, and in front of the Markandeya Muni, and they were Markandeya Muni house, and he was asking, so Markandeya Muni, I am very old. I came here to see a girl, like that. He was informing to Markandeya Muni. So Markandeya Muni was asking, are you came here to meet, are you going to see a girl for your grandchild? No. He was saying that, no, I'm not came here to see a girl for my grandchildren. Then he asked, for your children, you are looking for a girl? No. He was saying that, no. Then whom you are looking for a child? Then like that Markandeya Muni asked. Then the Lord, in the form of old man, he told that I want to get a girl for me only. Then he was bewildered. The Markandeya Muni, why you are very old, you look like you are going to die. You cannot, how can you take care of a girl? You're like, why you want to marry in this age? So he said, I wanted to, nobody is there to take care of me, so I wanted to marry a girl. Like that, he was doing the pastime with Markandeya Muni. Then Markandeya Muni, he was explaining to him. So see, then you are saying that I am a Brahman, I am asking. Then he asked, okay, which girl you wanted to marry? Then he showed that Markandeya Muni's daughter. So I want to marry this girl. Then Markandeya Muni he was bewildered. Okay, how can he can marry my daughter? This he is a very old person. How can? Then he told, I am okay to give my daughter to you, but we need to get the confirmation from my daughter also. Then before telling that, he was telling to that old man in the form of the Lord, telling that my daughter is very small, very young. Even she don't know any cooking. He cannot make anything for you because you are very much, your body is very weak. So you want to make your body healthy. So you want to, the person who is going to marry you, she wanted to give nutrition to good food. My daughter, she don't know how to cook also. He don't know how to keep a hot water also. And he don't know how much salt we need to put in the foods, the foodstuffs. Like that, he was telling to the Supreme Lord. He is in the form of old person. Markandeya Muni Maharishi was telling. Then Supreme Lord told that, see, even your daughter, so for your daughter, she don't know how much salt she need to put. She no need to put a salt. I will take the food, whatever she is preparing without salt also. So from that time onwards, that temple, that there is whatever the prasadam prepared, and that for the Supreme Lord, the Bhoga, we don't have any salt. Whatever they are preparing, without salt only they will prepare, they will offer it to the Lord. That will be the prasadam for all the devotees there. That is the custom. Then Lord showed his original form and he married the Mother Earth there. So that place is Uppiliappan temple in Kumbakonam. So that is the pastime happened there. So in that temple, why we are talking about that temple? Because in that temple, one of the Alvars, who is from the Sri Sampradaya, earlier, Thirumangai Alvar. So Thirumangai Alvar, one was Alvar, he went and the Uppiliappan temple, when he saw the Lord, he was able to see the Lord in the 5 forms of the Lord. The Lord showed him the 5 different forms to him. So that is, it is not very old time. It is within this, maybe within this 2000 years only it happened. So in the Kali Yuga only it happened. So he showed his different forms. So he showed his the original form. What is the deities? The main deity in the temple is the Uppiliappan. So Uppiliappan means there is no equal to him. That is the name. And Thiruvinnagara Perumal, they will call us Thiruvinnagarappar. Thiruvinnagarappar means he is from the Supreme Abode. In Tamil, it is called the person who is came from the Supreme Abode, the Vaikuntha planet, that person. So he showed the form to the Thirumangai Alvar in that form. Then Ponnappan. There is another Ponappan. Ponappan means father. In Tamil, it's Appan means father. So first, Thiruvinnagarappan. So person who is from the father who is from the Vaikunta planet, he showed that form. Then Ponnappan, that means the golden form he showed, which is the Archa Vigraha with that temple. Till now it is there. So that form also he showed to the Tirumangayalva. Then Yennappan. So then Muttappan. Muttappan means it is a pearl. Muttu means pearl. So he was able to showed his form in the Muttappan. And Yennappan. Yennappan means my Lord. So he showed us that in the form of the Tirumangayalva, my Lord. He was when he saw the Lord's form, he was saying, you are Yennappan, you are my father, like that he Tirumangayalva expressed. Then he showed the form of Yennappan. Like that, 5 forms he showed to Tirumangayalva. So why we are discussing, it is not that Lord will only showed his form to the in the previous yugas. Even in the current yuga also, Lord will show. So the pure devotees of the Lord can see the forms of the Lord. And today's sloka we discussed about the universal form, virāṭ-rūpa of the Lord. So virāṭ-rūpa, the Brahmaji explaining that how during the creation, Lord taking the virāṭ-rūpa, he is entering into the each universe and the material creation is happening. And we discussed about the Bhagavad Gita, how he showed his virāṭ-rūpa to Arjuna, so that the coming generation like us and the future generation can understand Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.